entering this last week of practice, getting ready for the spring game. So excited about it. I think the major thing that we have to continue to do is try and get better every single day in practice. That's what we've sort of tried to dwell on every single day. 3% better, or whatever you can do. So came all this way, 11 wins last year, all that type of thing. But we don't want to coast when we're on top of the plateau. I guess we need to continue to pedal downhill. That's the message to our players. Our players have responded very positively, I think, throughout the entire spring. We will play a normal spring game format, and I think that's good for our football team. It shows we have some depth, and it gives everybody an opportunity to play. So we can go too deep at every position, even with our guys out, so we will do that. And probably play 10-minute quarters. We're going to honor and have our guest captains in tribute to Lynn Chadnois and Norm Masters, who will be our honorary captains. And hopefully someone from their families can come to the game and partake in that. But we'll make sure we recognize them as great Spartans, and we feel their loss. So I'll just take some questions.
What's the biggest question you want to answer?
I would say you need to continue to address our offensive line, even though we've got some guys out. You need to continue to try and improve and try and get better. I think that's where the biggest learning curve is. And then the young players, the guys who haven't played, being able to take that and continue to move that forward in terms of their progress. So those type of things are the biggest issues.
Lewis still in good shape at the one spot back there?
I'm sorry?
The Lewis and Jones races. Lewis probably kind of solidified himself back there?
I would never use the word solidified, but Isaiah's having a great spring. I think Jarius Jones is much improved as well, and both those guys have put themselves in position to play winning football for us, I think. But I do think Isaiah's had a great spring.
The tight end shape, starting to get a little back there now.
We've been banged up a little bit there, but Selleck's been able to be healthy the entire spring. One of the premiums we put on spring practice is just to go 15 out of 15, make 15 practices. Selleck's been able to do that. That's been a big positive. The other guys, Simpson's down a little bit, and then also Lithicum, but we're getting good play from them now, and so we'll see how it all shakes out. We should see on Saturday.
Still a knee issue with him?
No, he started actually playing a little bit and got his shoulder later on, so it's been good.
How are your young linebackers doing? Bola and Dantonio?
I think those guys have really stepped forward. Been very impressed with Taekwon Hammock this spring, playmaker. He's got his weight down, so he's 230. He's running very well. I thought Nico Salins has had a great spring. So continuing on, Steve Gardner's been good. Max Bull has been very good, and so we've held out Chris Norman. He'll get some work today, but he won't go in the spring game live, but he will get some work today, so that's been positive this morning.
You see him at the Sam? I mean, moving forward when you get him
Chris?
back? Yeah.
Probably at that, we could play him either place, Sam or Will, either place.
So you're not.
And he can walk out of the box and play, and he can also play in the box.
We have the draft this week, the format's the same. How is the excitement kind of built now that these guys are kind of used to what the stakes are?
I think it does build. I think it's exciting for those guys, first of all, to just see what team they're on, the seniors, but then also to get to pick guys and sort of establish who their team is. And so even though everybody's always stretching to get those type of situations, I think every football team has to make a decision whether they can have a spring scrimmage or a spring game. We're going to have a game, so we'll get it ready to go. But they're excited about that.
Are you anxious at all when you see Greg Jones around and waiting for the NFL draft? And what's that do for your program that he sticks around and shares with his team?
Well, I think first of all he's around, but I also see Chris Del Rucker, Charlie Gant's been around, Aaron Bates is around, so all those guys. Mark Dell has been around, so all those guys have been around, and it's good to see them getting ready for the draft. And it's the next phase of their lives. It's the next year in their life, and it brings a lot of excitement to them. We're going to find out some things on this weekend, but it's not the end game. That's the beginning of where they're going. The end game is that final cut.
Colston going to be able to play Saturday?
Well, he's back out there today, so I'm anticipating that, but we'll see how he goes today.